Hello my friend and welcome back. My name is Hannah and today I have, I will be doing this fun, spooky kind of witchy look for you because it is October 1st when this video is going live. But I also got my Kaleidos Apple collection in the mail today and I just thought it would be great to do something with both ideas. So I only got one set in the collection and I got the lighter shades. I didn't get the darker shades. Very similar to the first collection that came out for these lip clays. I think that one had a lighter shade and a more fun, punchier kind of color scheme. And this one seems to be more of like lighter shades and darker shades because I think they're kind of similar in color family. I didn't want to buy lip products that I wasn't really going to reach for. Realistically, I would love to have all of these in my collection because I would love to have like a full Kaleidos collection, but I also would just like to spend money on things I'm going to use. So I did purchase the lighter shade and it comes in this fun packaging, and I do feel kind of like silly because I know that they were advertising that you could build your own set, and I liked the tin of the darker shades because like even in this lighter one here, because even in this lighter one, when this collection came out, I liked the darker blue shade and I wish I got that tin over this one, but I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. I'll take it. So this one is also another pink one, but they're kind of cute. I think they kind of match and are similar in tone. And I don't know, I still keep my lips in this one with the like packaging, but I mean this like suede part is removable. So I don't know, if you wanted to use the box for something else, you could. Ooh. Anyway, I wish I had gotten the darker one because I didn't really see the option to make the set until after I had already made my purchase. But I don't know, Kaleidos is one of those brands where I can't tell if something is going to sell out. Like, I feel like now it's so popular that like you really have to be on it. I don't know, I feel like once that Club Nebula palette like took off and sold out and like restocked and sold out again, it really put them on the map as far as like, that's when I started to see other people who were talking about makeup and never really talked about Kaleidos before starting to talk about them. So I don't know, I guess I just got like trigger happy and my eyes were just like, no, these are the shades that I want. I did buy obviously I bought the darker shade, so after I do the swatches of these ones, I will get into the getting ready with me to like create this look, but I did want to at least swatch this set just in case you were interested and wanted to see what they looked like. I'm pretty confident in the formula for these lighter shades. I just really wanted to test the black lipstick, particularly because a black lipstick is a harder formula to kind of get down and make it look really good. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a B-roll here, and it's going to show the shades Nude Bear, Pink Moon, Mercury Wave, and Wild Apple, and those are just in the order that they came in the packaging. And I think these are really cute shades. I don't think that they're replicas or different, how do I want to phrase this? I don't think these are just like repackaged previous shades. I think they are a little bit different. These ones do lean a little bit more pinky red versus the more like terracotta brownie shades in the first one. I think the first collection was heavily inspired by the desert, and so you're going to see a lot more brown and orange tones in that. And then this one is obviously inspired by the apple, so you're going to see more pinky tones. The only shade in this collection that I wasn't too sure of, that I was kind of on the fence about switching the purple and the black shade with, was this last like purple shade, because I don't know how realistically I'm going to reach for this purple shade. I don't typically wear like bold colors. I'll wear a bold eye, but I never really wear a bold lip. And so those are the shades. I don't know, they're very cute, and I will probably use them throughout the month in different videos. I will probably make dedicated, like, or the next time I do a get ready with me, or the next look that I do will probably be a Halloween themed look, but I'll try to use these lips so you can at least see them in action. I know there's tons of swatch videos or clips, things like that on the Kaleidos Instagram. I'll have that linked down below, but let's zoom in and start this look. Since I have the Flower Punk palette and the Futurism 1 palette, I'm going to use both to do today's look. There's enough similar greens, I think, in the Flower Punk palette that you don't necessarily need to have the Futurism 1 palette. I don't really like to use palettes that aren't readily available because if it was a look that you wanted to recreate, you would have to find some sort of dupe for it. But I don't think it's hard to find a, I will be using a black eyeshadow hopefully in today's look, and I think a lot of the shades that I would be pulling from the Futurism 1 palette are shades that are available in other palettes now. I want to go for a more grungier green kind of look since it is October 1st when this video is going live, and I want to do more like Halloween themed makeup looks throughout the month. So I thought I would just start with a very basic grungy green eye. So I'm going to start with the shade Earthship from the Flower Punk palette, and I'm just going to pop that in the corner of my eye. Most of today's look, I don't know, I want to keep it fairly simple. I'm going to try to do one eye on camera and then I'll finish the other one off of camera. But this Earthship shade is very similar to the shade ET in the Futurism 1 palette. I think in the Flower Punk palette it is a little bit deeper. But if you had your eyes on the greens and the shimmers of the Futurism 1 palette, I don't know. I think the Flower Punk palette is a really fun palette to have because I think it's versatile enough to use in the spring and summertime, but you can also pull these like really kind of grungy looks in the fall time. I mean, I don't know. I'm not someone that believes you could only wear like vampy grunge kind of makeup in the fall winter seasons, but you might be. I don't know. Maybe I went too heavy, maybe I didn't go heavy enough. We'll find out. And then I'm gonna go into the Futurism 1 palette and I'm gonna take the shade Smog. It is just this lighter green shade and I'm just using it to soften out that first shade. So if you had a similar kind of green, I think I'm going to go in with Golden Age. And what am I going to do with this? I'm just going to take it right here in the crease part, right in the top, because I want to use it as a base shade. For the lighter shade I want to put on top of it. But before I do that, I'm just going to tap a little bit of this darker, I'm just going to go, before I put the lighter shade on my lid, I am going to go into the shade Dark Side in the Futurism 1 palette, but it's just a black eyeshadow. It's one of my favorite black eyeshadows because the Kaleidos formula is really easy to blend and build, but if you have a black eyeshadow that can blend and build, you don't need the Futurism 1 palette. And I don't want to forget to have this shade because I want to use the black lipstick for today's look. And I don't know, I feel more confident wearing black lipstick when I have a bit of a black look going on. And I'm just using a naked blending brush just to soften that shade. And I'm using this fluffier brush to kind of pull out that black shade a little bit further. And then I'm going to take this really bright green on a flat brush and sweep that over my lid. And I think this chlorophyll shade kind of pops a little bit more when you have the golden age underneath. That's what I also really enjoy about the Flowerpunk palette is there's something a little bit different I think in the formula where these shades layer really well on top of each other and complement each other well. Not that that doesn't happen in the other Kaleidos palettes, but it's almost like they melt together. And then I'm just going to kiss these shades together. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to take the shade Earthship right under my eye. I mean, it's hard to look down and do that. Here. And then I'm going to go in a little bit with Dark Side. Just in the outer corner. And do I have a smaller blending brush? I should. And I'm just gonna soften that out. And then I'm going to take the shade Sun Glazer, which is this beautiful shimmer in the Flowerpunk palette. And I am going to get it wet. And I'm just going to take that in the inner corner and bring it up and around. I don't put too much of it on my brush, just enough to kind of spread it because I just want it to be almost like a wash of glitter. Because you can use the shimmer shades in the Kaleidos palettes as highlighters. I don't think it's the same formula as their highlighter, but they work very similar in the way that you can get the highlighter wet and really like play with it with your brush or your sponge, and it just kind of gives this really wet dimension, or you can have it be a very like glittery kind of effect. So it's all in what you're looking for. I want it to be a bit more wet, and I think I achieve that when I don't use as much product. Perfect. I do have a little bit of fallout, but that's literally my fault. Okay, I'm gonna do my other eye off of camera and then do some lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my lashes on and I went in with a like dark green eyeliner. Mine's from NARS. It's probably way too old. but I think any deep green eyeliner would work. If I had a brighter green one, like a more neon green, I probably would have used that to kind of match the brighter shade on my lid, but I'm not mad at it. So before I do my lips, and I forgot to put on blush, so this would be the perfect time to use it. I did get the lip mask with this set. I know when I did the first lip set, the like desert set, it came with a blue lip mask. I can't remember what the ingredient in that one was. And I had said in that video, it was an okay lip product, but it wasn't something to just buy alone. Since then, I've used that lip mask a lot. Like I use it kind of regularly with my like nighttime routine, and I really, really like it. Again, I still stick to, I wouldn't just go and purchase that item. Maybe I would if I ran out and I needed to repurchase it because I like it that much, but I don't know, now that I have the new one as well, I don't know. But the blue one doesn't really have any kind of like lip stain or anything like that. I know that it looks very blue, but it like just goes on clear on the lips and it feels really nice and cooling. And this one is actually more of just like this deep plummy shade, so I'm a little bit nervous because I don't really want it to stain my lips, but I don't know if they've advertised it as a lip stain. As of right now, you can purchase the lip product or like the lip mask with a set of the lipsticks, which I think is really nice. I think that is like the best way to purchase it and try it out. So it's not as hard, or excuse me, it's not as soft as the blue one, because the blue one is more of like a gel consistency, and your finger can, if you're not careful, you can really dip your finger all the way to the bottom of the container. But this one, I'm just kind of grazing the top, and it's a little bit harder, and it's a bit pink red on my finger. I'm just gonna tap it into my lip. It smells like apple. I have a apple lip balm from some kind of, it was popular in like a BoxyCharm box, I think, and I had gotten it from a girlfriend, and it was really nice. I wouldn't pay the like full price for it. I think it's like a higher end skincare product. But I really like this. Again, I think it's just one of those things that if you're getting the lip set, get the lip set, pay a few dollars more to get the lip set with the mask, because they're really, really nice. And I'm just gonna let this like, let my lips kind of drink this in as I finish up my, the rest of my makeup look before I go in with the lipstick. I don't think that these like cloud lipsticks really need any kind of like priming or anything, but I do like to have like at least a bit of like a softer lip when applying them. So I'm gonna go in with my blush, and I'm just gonna use this matte blush from ColourPop. It's one of my favorites. And I don't think it would be too alarming to use with a black lip and my very intense eye. There's still that same like cooling sensation of the blue lip mask. I think, oh, it's an agave lip mask. So that one's agave, this one's apple. The agave one doesn't really have a scent or a taste to it, and this doesn't have a taste, but it definitely has an apple scent. And it's not like a candy apple, it just smells like if you were to go like apple picking and there's all the apple trees, it smells like that. It doesn't really smell like a synthetic kind of candy apple. So now I'm gonna go in with the lip product, and I wanted to use the black one. I feel kind of like silly for... So now we're gonna go in with the lipstick, and I love the packaging. So now you can buy the lipsticks individually, and I don't know if like the packaging like color depends on the type of like from what set you're purchasing it from. So for both collections, I bought the lighter shades versus the more darker kind of punchier kind of colors. So because I think this one is from like the darker collection, I have the darker packaging. I don't know, but then also the like lip mask also came in a darker packaging. But like, look at how pretty this is. Like, I like how it's kind of like see-through at the bottom, but then the cap is red. Like, this is really, really cool packaging. Obviously, don't just buy something for the packaging, buy it because it's a product that works. But it's also fun when you have something in really fun packaging and you really, really like it. Like, my Melt blush is another like item that I can think of that has like similar like fun like bee honeycomb packaging, but it's one of my favorite products. I don't have a black lip liner, so I'm just gonna go in without one, but my experience with the other lip clays, I didn't ever really need a lip liner. Like, you can layer it a little bit to make it more opaque, but you can go in very lightly and do like a lip tint kind of thing, like the more J and K beauty kind of lip trends. So we'll see. And I don't know how true of a black this is, if it's even supposed to be a black. The darker set has like a very deep purple in it, as well as a very deep red. But then I don't know, with this shade next to all of them looks black. And this is the shade Scorpion Fruit. Maybe I should get a mirror so I can see. Ooh. Okay. Wow, this is actually just my look. Swatching it, it does look a bit more of like a purple base. It could be because my lips are very tiny. I do like the applicator foot for it though. And blacker shades are harder to kind of run smoothly. I've used a number of different like black lipsticks in my time. And I don't know, sometimes they do get very creasy. Wow, I look very witchy right now. Where's my big hat? I don't have one. Maybe I should buy a witch hat for the month. Okay, so I also forgot to include that I got the fan as well. They did have like an option to get like a like knit fabric kind of like tote bag kind of thing. I don't need another bag. I don't need one. I have so many, I don't need one. But I do like fans. This one's cool because it has like the print on both sides. And I only purchased it because I have this fan from Daiso that's kind of like on its last legs. And I'm someone that fans my sprays. Okay, so let's get into the lip mask. I think the lip mask is great. I think I already kind of gave my final thoughts on that one. I thought it was a really good lip product to add to the collection. Again, I don't think it's one of those items where I would go out of my way to purchase it. Like, similar to the eyeshadow primer, I'm not a huge fan of the eyeshadow primer, but I'm also not like I don't hate it. I just want to try other things. But if I tried something and I didn't like it and I wanted to go back to my Kaleidos eyeshadow primer, I would probably wait until like the next eyeshadow palette dropped to like restock on that, just because it does take a long time to get to me. I made this purchase like minutes after it dropped. Like, I think it went live at 8 o'clock. I made my purchase at 8:02, like checked out. And today is September 27th when I'm filming this. So it got to me a little bit later. which is fine. But like I said, these like smaller items are really good like add-ons to your purchase rather than just making the purchase for them individually. It's hard to make a black lipstick because of the pigment, and there isn't truly like a true black pigment, I think, in makeup. A lot of the time it's just like a blue base or it's a purple base. This one seems more like a red base. Like I would almost go in with like a darker maroon kind of like a lip liner and then go in very lightly with this black shade, and I think that would make this lip product really pop in the way that I think it was intended to. Because when I'm even catching my like lips in the mirror right now, there is just like this red base to it, and I've never seen a lip product like that before. So with that, it's kind of cool and interesting. I think there is a little bit of a learning curve, and I just kind of have to figure out how it works. My teeth don't look really yellow or gross with this, so like that's a plus. It doesn't look weird with like my skin tone. I think it's a very like flattering black shade. I just don't think that this formula, I think it needs a little bit more of an assist, but again, that's just because black lipsticks are hard. But you saw, like I went in very lightly, and I tried not to like put a lot of product on, because you don't need a lot of product for these lip clays. Usually once I take it out, I can do one swipe and blot, and that's all I need. I don't really have to go back and forth. But with this one, I did notice that the consistency was a little bit thinner than the other lip clays that I have. It feels the same, it's just a little bit lighter, and it got really messy really quick. It was kind of sliding down my lips, so... But again, that could just be user error. I'm going to play with it a little bit more, so you'll probably see me have black lips and other looks throughout the month, because I think this is like the perfect time. Otherwise, I really want to do like a cyberpunk inspired like makeup look, kind of cosplay maybe, I don't know. And I thought this was a fun shade. I think Kaleidos really captures my like love for the aesthetic of like, especially like the cyberpunk 2077 game, like all the costumes and, or excuse me, all the like clothing pieces and things that you can get in that game, and all the characters that you see, they all have really fun and interesting kind of looks, and I wanted to do a similar makeup look to that eventually. So that was the only reason why I purchased this black lipstick. I was going to add it to, because Kaleidos had the option to build your own palette, and I was going to add it to the color and like swap out that purple shade, because I don't know realistically how much I'm gonna lean or like reach for that purple shade. I don't know. I think this is a really good lip formula if you were someone that was a huge fan of liquid lips, or maybe you were someone that tried to get into liquid lips and they never quite looked right. I think this is like a happy medium between a bullet lipstick and a liquid lipstick, because it feels like a bullet lipstick where it's fluffy and light, but it has that lasting kind of like durability that a liquid lipstick has. So let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts and opinions? Do you think that this shade would flatter you? Are you happy to see someone kind of trying it on camera? I've seen a lot of the like deep reds, and the darker shades have some really fun colors, but just realistically, I wouldn't reach for them. So let me know in the comments down below, did you purchase anything from this new drop? Are you going to purchase anything from this new drop now? I would love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next one.